Coaches, coming back at you with some more workout whiteboard briefs, just like we did last week. I hope you watched these if you were coaching class. So right now, we are talking about Monday's workout. So let me get into how I would go about doing this brief. And guys, understand, I do not expect you to memorize what I'm saying or say exactly this or do what I do. This is just an example of how we could go about briefing a workout, and you can use this information and then kind of tailor it to your own personality. All right, so we are jumping into Monday's bench and snatch stuff. Class, today we have an all-strength day. There's no conditioning, no really go fast stuff. Although the weights aren't going to seem really heavy, everything we're doing today serves a purpose, and they both serve a purpose for something that actually happens later in the week. So we're going to do some speed floor press. This is actually our third week of doing this. So if you've been here every week, we've had 50%, 55, this week 60. I don't want these to be heavy because on Thursday, we're actually going to be going for a max on the floor press. Now we just went for a max 4 weeks ago, but we've been doing some upper body strength work. We've been doing the speed version of the floor press. So we're going to see if this pays off. On this floor press, we're going to have 8 sets of 3 reps, just like weeks past, and we're going every minute on the minute. Reminder on how you should go about doing these reps is normal grip, come down, touch the floor, pause, drive up as fast as you can. Try to keep your hips down on these since the weight is lighter, really focusing on everything coming from the upper body. Now, when you go for max on Thursday, if your hips come up, we're not upset with you, we're not worried about it, it's okay, but for the sake of today, let's try to keep those hips down. So today, this leads into Thursday's max. The second thing we're doing today, we're practicing our snatch, and this is gonna lead into your ability to snatch better on Friday's liftoff. So we've got 2 different things going on here with the snatch. The first part, we're gonna be doing 4 sets of 2 reps. I believe it's 2. Yes, 4 sets of 2 reps of what's known as a snatch balance. The snatch balance is when the bar is on your back, your hands are in the snatch grip, and you dip, drive, and then you go all the way down, see ya, into an overhead squat. Now, since I know a lot of us probably aren't comfortable going into that overhead squat and doing what's called a squat snatch, then instead of going all the way down, we're gonna do what we'll just call a behind the neck push jerk. So dip, drive, fast arms to drive underneath that. If you know you power snatch your heaviest loads when you snatch by default, then that's what we're gonna do is do that push jerk, catching it in that slight dip. If you are one that goes into a full squat because that's how you get your heaviest snatch loads up, then I want you to do a full snatch balance, dip, drive, and send it all the way into your overhead squat. The reason for these is when things get heavy, we notice sometimes people tend to catch the bar and then press it up. Even if it's subtle, a catch and press. We do not want that. Instead, we want to think fast arms as quick as we can and lock our body under that bar with those elbows straight. Last week, we practiced the pull from the floor with the snatch deadlift, then we snatched. Today, we're practicing the receiving overhead, then we will snatch. So this should prime you for the snatches we're gonna do in just a moment. All right, guys, then after that, we would have them all put their bars on the rack, perform their snatch, and then I would explain to them, probably without coming to the whiteboard, the last part. All right, so you are nice and warmed up. Everyone's caught their bars overhead, feeling fast and snappy. Now all we gotta do is take the bar from the ground, jump it overhead, and catch it right there again. So this time we're gonna be doing your regular snatch from the floor, unless you are still a beginner with the snatch technique and you need to go from the hang position, then we can go from that above the knee hang. You're gonna be doing 2 reps, but I want them separated by about 5 seconds or so, maybe a deep breath or 2. So you'll do your snatch, put the bar on the ground, deep breath, set back up nice and strong, snatch again. That's 1 set. We're gonna do that 6 times, and the main focus today is to find a weight that you could open up with if you were to do the liftoff on Friday, or rather when you do the lift off on Friday. Find a weight you can open up with that feels kind of heavy, but you're confident you can hit. So I'd say it's around 90% of your max, but we're doing this today in case you don't know your max. We're going to build up to a weight that you think, yep, I can hit this any day of the week. And then from there, not today, but on the lift off, you would have 3 more attempts to go up. So we're not going for max today. 6 sets of 1, drop it, 1, building up to something that's going to be like moderate heavy around 90%. All right, guys, go ahead, grab your bar, start warming up. And that would be your brief. A little bit extended, but that's because it was more than just the workout. Rather, we also had to explain how today pertains to something else that's going on in the week. So don't feel like you have to rush it if there's necessary information you need to get out. So be it if it takes an extra minute or two. If it saves people from having to ask questions all week long, then that's a benefit to them. All right.